Hi, how are you? You're on Cesar Blue's channel and today I'm here in Lyon. They say this is the gastronomic capital of France, and that's why I've come here, to try good French food. And for that I've looked for the oldest restaurant in the city. In fact, it's the second oldest in France. It's called Abel, it's right behind me, and it prides itself on offering its customers dishes from authentic traditional French cuisine. And that's what I've come to try, traditional food from here, from Lyon, from France. And I hope it will be able to satisfy this hunger that's already giving me cramps, so I'm going inside to see what's cooking. Well, I'm already here inside the restaurant, and it's amazing to come in and take this trip back in time because here it feels like time stopped about 100 years ago. I love how everything is made of wood everywhere. It has two rooms, one at one of the entrances, because it has two entrances, which is more like a bar, and then this other room, which is a bit more like a restaurant. In the restaurant, that's what you must do on a day like this. Restore yourself by satisfying your hunger. And for that, the first thing is to look at the menu. And the menu they've given us, by the way, is in English. And of course, they also have it in French. And for appetizers, they have this thing they call the rosette platter, which is a plate of cold cuts, the chef's trio with pork, beef, and chicken liver. They also have something very famous here, which is partly why I'm here. It's a classic in Lyonnaise cuisine called chaud, which is a sausage that I think is spicy. They also have something very famous in the area, which is the Lyonnaise salad. It makes me laugh because they also have pâté en croûte, which is pâté en croûte, although that's not how you say it, croûte. I included it in a gourmet gift basket this Christmas. It was wonderful. In the specialty section, they have the chicken, which is very famous in the supreme sauce, and they have something called the Quenelle. The quenelle is also one of the most traditional and famous dishes here in Lyon. Although they have another very famous dish, which is chicken with morel mushrooms in a cream sauce from meats. They have something called andouillette, which is like a very large sausage. Careful, because this, which is the trix canabelle, is tripe with tomato. And then for side dishes, they have French fries, sautéed vegetables, mac and cheese, which here in French would be like baked macaroni, it says. And finally, they have morel sauce. Anyway, the menu's pretty much decided. The place is filling up quickly. Thankfully, we reserved a table. Let's order food now. It's incredible, but true. I ordered a salad, and it's my first course today. Yes, this is the famous Lyonnaise salad. It contains smoked bacon, croutons, poached eggs, and vinaigrette sauce. I imagine that underneath all this, there's some kind of vegetable, because after all, it's a salad. By the way, I'm having it with wine by the glass. I ordered the priciest one on the menu at this new place. By the way, in front of me, it's a Quenelle de Cigale d'Aubergne-Rambier 2022. Well, a little red wine. And well, it's not bad. And before I dig into the salad, I'll tell you once again. My mother is joining me on my gastronomic adventures and she has come here with me to Lyon. She's on the other side of the camera to avoid any mess with the food. I'm going to serve myself here, and I'll serve her too, of course, so she can enjoy with me discovering this Lyonnaise cuisine.
Here comes the poached egg in the center.
Let's see. Wow. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Look. Check out this egg. The yolk is just barely cooked. Let's see. How about the salad? Nicely dressed with a bit of vinaigrette. Escarole salad. Really fine escarole. By the way, interesting mix. Salads with bacon. Hey, if this isn't paradise, someone needs to explain it to me. Here, the kids definitely won't leave anything behind. The salad, the pancetta, that's how I translated it. It's more like bacon, but it's got some big chunks of bacon. The portion, served in a tiny bowl, is perfect for sharing, especially as an appetizer. The amount is generous. It's a warm salad, the bacon is hot, and I ordered salad because it appears in all the city's food reviews. And wow, the croutons, these croutons. With these you could break your fillings. Well, the croutons. That's what people used to do with stale bread. They'd cut it into pieces and fry it, among other things. My mother used to make them for me when I was a kid, actually. I even remember having them for breakfast with sugar or something like that. And now, look, 40 years later, we're eating them together here in a salad. The mix is really good. The best salad I've ever had in Lyon. Of course, it's also the only one. It's a good combination. Well, you've already seen that the prices here are a bit high. Let me tell you something, okay? In France and anywhere in the world, he always comes with me. At the end of the dishes, the fairy bread, of course, they brought a little tray of bread, French bread. It looks amazing, a very open crumb. Wow, nice crust. Oh, the crumb isn't crunchy at all. But hey, the bread is like a baguette, but it has the texture of sourdough bread. Wow, the bread as it is, oh my goodness, the bread is delicious, huh? From the times I've been to France, would I say this bread sets a precedent? Anyway, let's continue. Man, I had to order this. The pâté en croûte, a pâté that's baked in puff pastry and short crust pastry, is cooked pretty much like a terrine. But like I said, in the puff pastry. And in this case, as you can see, the slice is very nicely decorated with a bit of jam on top and some pickles on the sides. It's cut right here into 2 pieces, so it's perfect. Well, look, one for me and one for the boss. In my Christmas video, I already asked if she knew about the pâté en croûte when I brought it out. If it was eaten cold, and pay attention, cold but really cold, this comes straight from the fridge, just like the pâté I tried at home. The chef's name was Albert Poronat, if I recall. The same thing happens here. It loses the texture of the puff pastry itself. I mean, this isn't a typical puff pastry that's puffed up. It's not a puff pastry dough, but it's not puffed, though it may sound strange. This is delicious, this is delicious. I want more, you know? I mean, I had read in the reviews of the place that the portions were generous.
Why is this restaurant so small? Is it meant for tiny people or what?
Even though it's for one person, it looks like fig jam? Well, yes, it looks like fig jam. The pâté is a mix of different pâtés. I mean, you can see there's liver here, I think chicken, and I think also duck. They're whole pieces of liver. It's not a typical paste like other pâtés I've tried. Let's try the pickles, which are made here. This one has cauliflower. Hey, so far I even like the pickles. Things are starting off well here. How will it end?
I understand that these are pickles made by them. Pickle, carrot, onion.
The pickles are excellent, with a perfect balance of acidity and quality. They're truly delicious. Now the pâté, I didn't know about this. This is the second pâté en croûte I've had in my life. This is a 10. It has a bit of gelatin, that's how they make it. Kind of like a terrine, and you can tell it's homemade. Here's the fold of the pâté itself. You can really taste the butter. A lot of it in the dough that wraps everything. This is a 10. I would have ordered it just for myself, but since I ordered several dishes to share with my mom, I'm sharing everything with her today. And this is the sausage. Yes, this is another one of the typical dishes, very typical of Lyon.
Although more than a sausage, it looks like a salami. Don't tell me it doesn't come sliced like this. It's not the whole sausage as you might expect.
The sausage comes on a bed of lentils in this pot that's nice and hot. It's so packed here that I burned myself while bringing the food. You can probably tell how noisy it is already. Good thing we reserved a table. It's full. I'll serve myself first, then pass it to Mom. The portions are a good size for sharing, not excessively large. But yeah, if I order one of these dishes as a starter, it's not that big. Oh, these lentils are so different. They're kind of flavored with something, with spices. They come with something like vinegar. And some of them are a bit firm, but that's intentional. It's as if they've been sautéed. They're delicious. I'm trying the sausage. It's not spicy at all, even though Google Translate said it was. I don't know why it was incorrectly translated as spicy. Oh, honestly, the dish is really good. Man, I prefer lentils with chorizo, like always, but still, it's really good. It's really good. Notice that these aren't dishes with very strong flavors. On the contrary, everything is very well balanced.
The flavor has a little bit of vinegar, but just a hint of acidity.
It has the right amount of fat. It's really good, better than expected. Speaking of fat, I noticed a bit of flavor. Maybe it's just because I'm in France, who knows? I notice a slight buttery flavor. In that sauté they've made for the lentils, all the vegetables in it are chopped perfectly and precisely. I think the dish is cooked with a lot of elegance and mastery. In the other room, there's a panel, a picture that says this restaurant is mentioned in the Michelin Guide. But be careful, that's from the year 1935. Well, for now, let me tell you something. Things are really good. I like it more than I expected. Many times I go with a certain, I don't know, call it prejudice, to other countries, to other restaurants that have dishes I don't know at all. It's also a bit of fear, like, will I like it, will I not like it, will the video be worth it, will it not be worth it? I thoroughly research and read numerous reviews to discover the best food options whenever I visit a new city. And today, honestly, I think I nailed it. And this is the very famous and well-known chicken with morels and cream, although it also has morels up here on top. Morels are a type of edible mushroom, similar to colmenellas. Well, it comes here with pilaf rice. Actually, it seems that yes, chicken is something typical here in Lyon. Chicken in different recipes, right? In fact, there's a recipe called Lyon-style chicken. Anyway, let's see if I can cut it. This has a sauce that looks amazing. I'm going to serve it and taste it. Hey, don't tell me my dish didn't turn out better. Almost just like it was, huh? Here, with a little bit of rice, a little bit of the sauce, a little bit of the chicken, I'm dying to try the sauce. How about the bread, this delicious one? By the way, my mom also loved the bread. It's a sauce with a lot of butter. It has white wine. The morels are really good, really good. I just got one now. The sauce. It's not bad, but I'm not crazy about the sauce. It looks really good. It has something like onion. Well, the chicken is falling apart. It has onion, garlic. It's very smooth. Everything is blended together. Very well pureed. Man, well, the chicken isn't bad at all. They've cooked it just right, but it took them a long time to bring it out. That is, they finish preparing the dishes as you order them. They have a huge kitchen. From the outside, it almost looks like the kitchen is bigger than the place where we're eating. And they have a lot of people working there.
The chicken is really good, though not extraordinary. But it's a new chicken recipe at this point.
It surprises me, it really does. What surprises me is that the chicken skin itself comes out cooked instead of roasted, instead of that crispy skin from roasted chicken. I wanted to say, wow, it's really good, the skin is really good. Look, I usually like it crispier. Well, it had to be tried and it was tried, but even though it's good, you know, it's good. In terms of giving it a good score, it's pretty remarkable, but I don't know. Since it's so famous, I was expecting something maybe a little different. It's served with a ton of pilaf rice as the main dish. Between the rice and the chicken, it works perfectly as a main course. The cold long grain rice served as a side dish is pilaf, which surprisingly doesn't have French roots. Some say it's Turkish, others say it's Indian. What really is amazing is the bread, but seriously, it's incredible. The baguette is one of the best I can remember. It's a very hydrated bread, not crunchy at all, but really tasty. Anyway, what I hope is really tasty, and what I'm about to try next is the star dish of Lyonnaise cuisine and of the restaurant. This is a quenelle, a lucio quenelle. The quenelle originated in the 19th century. Authorities faced a dilemma due to an invasion of numerous pikes, unsure of how to handle the abundance of fish. Pastry chef Charles Mogatou mixed pike meat with choux pastry, inventing the first quenelle. Lyonnaise ira, it became an essential element in Lyonnaise cuisine.
Here, the center, the place where we are, is flanked by two rivers, the Rhone.
And the other one, whose name escapes me, when served, they pour sauce over it at the table and leave the saucer for you. I'll serve a little and see how it tastes. It has a texture kind of like an omelette, right? And I didn't expect it to be like this, so stuffed. I thought it was something hollow. Let's see, I expected it to be different. Is it soft when you cut it with a knife? Wow, this reminds me of the cabracho cake. You know what I'm saying? I like it, but I'm not crazy about it. I like the appetizers so much that I'm not crazy about the quenelle. Oh, the sauce is delicious. Again, a ton of butter with mushrooms. It really reminds me of cabracho pie. And cabracho pie, you've never seen me order it because it's not something I'm crazy about. The flavor reminds me of flour, likely due to the minimal fish content. It has a crepe-like taste, but not the same texture. I'm not crazy about it. Do you like it? My mother doesn't really like it either. She says it's like a pudding. Well, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It almost has a dessert-like texture. It tastes like fish, but not too much. Like river fish, like pike. Oh, look, I prefer Luthio's eggs over there in Madrid. There's quite a bit of sauce left here. Against all odds, between my mother and me, we're finishing the dishes that I thought would be too much. I was surprised the waiter didn't say I ordered too much food, as they often do. The sauce isn't like the other sauce. It's almost like a bechamel. Very, 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 very light, right? It looks like a very light bechamel. In fact, it's solidifying up here as it cools down. And it sticks here to the little pan, which you can see is actually a bit stuck because I imagine they put it on the heat, this little metal pan. And well, wow. I wasn't fascinated by it. That's what happens when trying new things. I really liked the lentils, I liked the pâté en croûte, the chicken was good, the quenelle, I don't know why. I imagined something else. As I mentioned earlier, the dish appeared to be well-rounded and balanced. Here, the main courses seem a little bit greasy to me, but anyway, that's just my perception. I always say it, it's my subjective opinion. We might have different preferences. What I like, you might not, and vice versa. Anyway, is it good manners
to return the plate nice and clean to the waiter?
Let's move on to desserts. Pay attention to this. This is one of the most typical desserts from Lyon. It's the famous cervelle de canut. I don't know how it's pronounced, but canut brains sure has a strange translation. The name isn't appetizing, but it's simple. A traditional white cheese typical of Lyon, which according to its origin is said to have been invented by the Canuts, who were old silk weavers from Lyon. White cheese with garlic, butter and chives, which is served again with bread, and this is the most famous dessert in Lyon. It's the Pauline of Lyon. It's a very well-known cake in the city, made with almonds covered in pink caramel, and as you can see, they also serve it with cream and strawberries. The best thing is to start with this cheese, which is like a really creamy cream. I'll spread it on the bread as the waiter instructed. Let's see how the canut's brain tastes. It's really good. But this reminds me really a lot, of Greek tzatziki, although that's usually made with yogurt. This is cheese, it's a fresh cheese. It's true, it might have a bit of butter in it. It has garlic, it has parsley, it's honestly delicious. But the association is inevitable. Let's taste the praline. It's quite firm. They provide a spoon, but no knife or utensil to cut it. It's really hard, you can't imagine. It seems like it's made with short crust pastry, like a quiche. The whole top part with the pink caramel is very sticky. This one is really good. Oh my goodness. It has a lot of almond, and this kind of jam that's covered by a bit of almond ganache, it's really sweet. It also has a lot of butter. Here in this base, butter with ground almonds. It seems like it only has dried fruit and sugar. This is excellent. I didn't expect it to be so delicious. Definitely a 10. I'll be back to Lyon soon, as this is a brief visit. Tomorrow I'm heading to Geneva, where I'll also record a video. The cream is excellent, surpassing typical canned varieties. It's delicious, accompanied by the dried red fruits included with the praline. So, what ending? Truly happier? Very happy with the desserts, very happy that you've made it this far. I thank you with all my heart. If you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a super like. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bells. All of them. So YouTube will notify you when the next video comes out. Like I said, I'll be recording tomorrow at the best restaurant in Geneva, Switzerland. How much will it cost me? Will the food be good? Will it be worth it? Value for money? Sure, see you tomorrow in the next video. And that's all for today. See you at the next restaurant. Goodbye.